What's up everybody, Simon here. In this video, I am going to go ahead and talk about what you should be doing with your money right away. I mean, as soon as possible now, because we are getting into that zone where money could be wiped out fairly quickly with the number of changes that are happening around you, changes that you can't control, and spending that you can control. So this video, we're going to go ahead and cover what you should be doing with your money to protect it from inflation, stock market drops, cryptocurrency drops, potential real estate collapse. This isn't a fear video. It's simply a video that I made because I have a feeling things are going to get a little tight, and when they get tight, you need to be ready. Before I get into this video, remember the biggest favor you could do for me is subscribe to my channel, hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm for my confidence, and comment below if you have any questions or suggestions. Those are always welcomed. Let's get into this video. So things are falling, right? They're falling bad. It looks like things are falling from the sky bad. The stock market have some negative gains in January. The S&P 500 is down over 5%. Cryptocurrency has tumbled since its peaks of 4, 5, 6 months ago. On top of that, there's so many variables of inflation, interest rates going up, etc. It's getting a little weird. Your money's getting deflated as it sits in a bank earning a measly interest rate. We're heading toward bear markets. And I think that overall, if we don't save or protect the money, you are going to have a potentially hard time making sure your money is safe. So what we want to do is protect money right now in regards to market fluctuation. We want to make sure that the money that you have today is going to be there and grow for tomorrow.
How can we do that if the stock market is crashing and cryptocurrency is crashing, etc.?
The one thing you need to do is potentially avoid buying the dip, because buying the dip generally is a sale, right? And they want you to think it's a sale. Yes, you get 50% discounted on Ethereum or Bitcoin, or maybe even some of the meme coins, or maybe even some stocks. Recently, Facebook dipped 25%. Is that a buy the dip stock?
Those Meta shares are plummeting on lower than expected first quarter guidance, as well as some evidence of user struggles for Facebook, the core app. Now, Facebook's daily active users declined overall, with a decline of 1 million in the US and Canada between the third and fourth quarter.
I don't know. What we need to do is make sure that we don't jump in on what is overpriced already. That's how you're going to lose money, and that's how you're going to lose value. So the first thing that you should be doing right now is reducing your spending. Now, when I say reducing your spending, you really need to make a list of all the things that you're spending money on. So there are some necessities or things that you have to spend money on, such as food, which you could reduce, and rent. Rent generally is not something that you can regulate. So if you're paying a mortgage or rent, you know that's a fixed cost that you're going to have to spend every month. Food, you don't need to dine out at the most luxurious restaurants. You can actually cut your spending, prepare meals at home, etc. So that's maybe one thing you look at. Second, you need to look at what you're spending on with all these subscriptions. It is said that 50% of people don't even know what they subscribe to.
The red bar is what you spend on non-essentials, like magazines, entertainment, right, things like that. This scary black bar is what you spend on things that no one ever needs, like multiple magic sets.
So when that charge comes on their credit card, they don't even notice it until months later. If you're subscribed to Netflix, Apple TV Plus, YouTube TV Plus, Premium, etc., there's so many subscriptions that we subscribe to, it's just money being burned. So you want to reduce your spending on a spreadsheet, say an Excel spreadsheet,
PowerPoint.
Write out all your costs and potentially reduce that by 25 to 30%, because that's what the inflation has really lowered your dollars to. So if you are not making 25 to 30% more money than you were 6 months ago, then you potentially need to save that 25 to 30%, which is the rate of inflation. Of course, with money, instead of spending it, you're saving it. So make sure you're saving your money. You are going to go ahead and invest that money potentially in a secure, high interest yield earning account. Now, you could put it in the bank, you could put it in a bond, you could put it in a crypto or stock that you know is going to go up. For example, Google has a 20-to-1 split where I believe it's going to raise a lot of money coming up in July. That might be something that you want to invest in. Amazon is constantly doing things. Apple is a conglomerate. I don't see those stocks dwindling too far before they bounce back. Those companies are generally going to continue to make money. If you are going to go ahead and save your money, that may be a good investment. If you're going to save your money and put it, say, into real estate as a safe investment, investment, you want to make sure that you are in the prime location. Cheapest, dirtiest, rundown house in the most expensive neighborhood is my advice on that. With savings, you got your emergency fund. So you need something to fall back on, and check out my money videos on my channel where I have recommended how much money should you have for a rainy day. And potentially a rainy day is coming, guys. Typically, I recommend anywhere from 6 to 12 months, but now I'm going to push that envelope a little bit further, maybe 18 to 24 months of savings in case something bad happens with the economy. You are going to be able to float through that bad time and come out ahead. High yield savings accounts are also a potential for you to invest in, but I don't think they're going to be as good as possibly investing in a good stock. I mean, the best of the S&P 500. If you're going to go ahead and invest in crypto, you only want to go ahead and invest in stable coins, or maybe the top 1 or 2% of meme coins, because those may be around. Again, Dogecoin, for example, is pushed by the world's richest man. I don't see that coin flopping. However, you never know. Cryptocurrency is a gamble. If you're really on the safe side, go into the stock market and go into those top S&P 500 companies. If you are getting the same income, but you're spending more or your costs have gone up, you're in trouble. So you could either regulate your spending or you could regulate your income. So do something more, do some side hustles, drive Uber, make extra money during this time, because if problem comes about where money is so important, you're going to have side hustles that could carry you over. If you have a job right now, I would personally not be looking for another job because of uncertainty. If your job is stable, things are going well, you're happy at your work, this may not be the best time to hop to another job and not know what's happening at that company. As ADP reported, there's been over 300,000 job cuts in January alone. That is the highest since December of 2020. That could be a potential problem for you. So keep your job and start a side hustle, whether it is on YouTube, on Instagram, driving an Uber, whatever it may be. Get that done. With your income, you want to make sure that your debt is not killing you, because very likely you may or may not get a job pay raise. However, you don't want to assume more debt. You may not want to lease a brand new car today or buy a used car, get a new phone that's going to cost you X amount of money to increase your overall expenses. So you're managing to get through a potentially bad time and protect your money by not adding on additional debt and further hurting your chances of coming out of a potentially tough time alive and in good standing. The last point is, do not stop investing. You can't have money sit and not do anything for you. So there are many ways you can invest your money depending on what your IRA looks like, your Roth IRA, your 401k, bonds and yields, real estate investments, etc. If the money is just sitting there in the safe or in the safety deposit box or just in your checking account, really earning a very measly interest rate, you're not going to get rich. So you have to make some investments, but those investments have to be solid. You got to be investing with a mindset to protect your money. So wherever you're going to take a chunk of money, you got to make sure you're putting it in where it's going to yield the highest result, or it's going to be the most secure. If you're going to go ahead and invest in the stock market, make sure you're diversifying maybe between several stocks.
Diversify. You can't trust banks, Nick. The entire system could crumble at any second.
Also diversify if you're going to invest in cryptocurrency. Maybe you have one meme coin, one solid coin, and that's kind of the diversity you're looking for. But don't have your money sit. Just be very careful with your investments. Do not make rash investments or quick investments into a hype or a currency that's out, that's been inflated, talked about, etc. Protect your money. Protect your cryptocurrency as well. We all know that the Fed is going to release a big statement with cryptocurrency as how they see digital assets in the future. That could potentially hurt us. That could potentially be good. That statement is coming in the next month or so. I'm going to do a video on it. We shall see if cryptocurrency is going to be affected by what one of the biggest government decides it should be. Remember, right now, you are not spending as much money. You're saving, you're cutting expenses, you're investing solid investments only, and make sure your income remains the same or goes up with the rate of inflation, so you're not job hopping and causing unnecessary problems in your financial situation. Always have money for a rainy day. Check out my other money videos if you're interested. I've had rainy days in my life and I've prepared for those and I've succeeded going out of those. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Comment below what you think you should be doing with money. Should you go all out on investments? Should you go ahead and hold back, save? Are you worried about the stock market or the crypto market? Or do you think because of the inflation, we're just going to see crazy prices no matter what? So comment and remember to like the video. It's the biggest favor you could do for me. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Also subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, and I'll continue making these videos. Thanks for your time, and I'll catch you guys here in the next video.